Hello everyone, and welcome to our South African super animals. So I have these two collector's albums that we have from South Africa. We could go down to our local Pick n Pay and do your usual grocery shop and get a few cards depending on how much money you had spent. And we would collect as many as we could because they are pretty cool. Along with the cards came a card reader, which you can slide the card through like so, if you get it right. That was a white-headed vulture. Anyway, so what we'll be doing is we'll go through our cards section by section, and on the card it has some pretty cool information. It has the animal's age that they can live up to. It has their weight, how tall they are, big in centimeters, their maximum speed they can travel, and their vulnerability on a scale of like 1 to 4. I'm assuming 1 would be the most vulnerable because the vulture's actually got a 1 on it, and I know they are quite endangered. Okay, so we were going to go through. I have 9 of the 12 Savanna cards. So let's go through them and see all the facts and what sounds they make. Okay, so we will go in order. I know I did do the white-headed vulture, but we'll do it again. Okay, so this is number 1. We have a question. It says, why is this South Africa's most colourful vulture? It has a pink face, orange bill, and blue base. Interesting. Okay. So, the white-headed vulture lives up to 20 years old. Okay. It is 4.7 kgs, so converted to pounds, that's 10.3. It stands 85 centimeters tall, can fly up to 48 kilometers an hour. 48 kilometers converted to miles would be 29 miles. And obviously it is number 1 on the vulnerable scale. I once went to Umgeni River Bird Park in South Africa, in Durban, and there was a vulture there. He had been rescued. He almost died. He had been eating a carcass that had either been poisoned, maybe when it was dead, or maybe it died from the poison, I'm not sure. But the poor vultures that were eating it, he was probably one of the only ones that survived and that they were able to catch. But he's now quite damaged and he can't even walk. So I think they're quite endangered. This is what they sound like again. I will swap it. Awesome. So that's our vulture. Then we have the secretary bird. Okay. The secretary bird, he's pretty cool. It doesn't fly often. They prefer to walk and run around. So they have a speed of up to 3 kilometers an hour, which is 1.8 miles. They're known as the terrestrial raptors. They live up to 12 years old. Weigh up to 5 kgs, which is 11 pounds. And they are as tall as 152 centimeters. They're number 2 on the vulnerability scale. Let's see what they sound like. That's a bit scary. Give me heebie-jeebies. Okay, number 3, the Kudu. Cool. I've seen, so far, all of these in real life. Okay, Kudu. He lives up to it lives up to 15 years, 227 kgs, which is 500 pounds. They stand as tall as 285 centimeters, and they run at a speed of 95 kilometers per hour, which is 59 miles. And they are number 4 on the vulnerability scale. Right, fun fact. What does a kudu do when it is alarmed? They stand still, making it very difficult to spot them due to their cryptic colouring. Right. Are we ready to listen to the kudu? Some birds. Sounds like a dog. Off. Right, number 4. The blue wildebeest. Wildebeest. I've seen one of these as well. Obviously only in a game park, because believe it or not, these animals don't just roam our back gardens like everybody seems to think they do. Right. The blue wildebeest lives up to 20 years old. 250 kgs, which is 551 pounds. They stand as tall as 240 centimeters, and they can run up to 80 kilometers an hour, which is 49 miles. And they're number 4 on the vulnerability scale. Well, they're just as fast, slightly slower than the kudu. Right, let's listen to the blue wildebeest. Oh, my dogs are going to think something's dodgy here. Right. Number 5, the giraffe. I love giraffes. They're so cool. And yes, I've seen them too. We drove around a game reserve before we left South Africa. It was pretty awesome. Anyway, there were a lot of giraffes walking around our car. 25 years old is how old they live. And they can weigh up to 828 kgs. That's heavy. And that is 1,825 pounds. They stand as tall as... That can't be right. 505 centimeters? I suppose. I'm sure I've seen taller. Okay. They run up to 56 kilometers an hour. That is what? 56? That's 34 miles. And they are number 4 on the vulnerability scale. Let us see what the giraffe sounds like. I don't think they make noise very often. It says here, what things can a giraffe do standing up? Well, they sleep and give birth standing up. Okay, and number 9. I know I might have skipped numbers, but I'm missing cards. I won't be getting those anymore. Okay. Number 9 is the dung beetle. And the dung beetle lives up to 3 years old. It weighs 0.1 of a kg, which is 0.22 of a pound. They are 6 centimeters in size. They can run up to 30 kilometers an hour. That's 18 miles. That's pretty fast. And listen to this interesting fact. How strong is a dung beetle? A dung beetle can pull a load of 1,141 times its own body weight. That's a shitload. Excuse the pun. Here is a dung beetle. Obviously, like with a microphone, because I don't think you'd hear that sound when he's crawling along the floor next to you. Right, then we have the lilac-breasted roller. He's really pretty. They live up to 15 years old, and they are the same weight as the dung beetle, can you believe it? 0.1 of a kg, 0.22 of a pound. 38 centimeters in length or whatever. and they fly at a speed of 54 kilometers per hour, which is 33 miles. And they're number 4 on the vulnerability scale, so they're pretty safe for now. Right, let's see. What type of flight is this bird known for? They're very acrobatic and can dive from extreme heights while making loud, harsh calls. Pretty cool, man. Okay, then we have the zebra. Mr. Zebra. He can live up to 30 years old, and he weighs 313 kgs, which is 690 pounds. 283 centimeters tall, and they can run at a speed of 56 kilometers per hour, which is 34 miles. Let's listen to the zebra. Okay, and they're number 3 on the vulnerability scale. I've seen zebras as well. So far, out of all of these cards, I've not seen the lilac-breasted roller. I'm pretty sure I've seen a dung beetle. But like in a museum, or not a museum, but a... probably at Shark and Marine World. I can't remember actually. I've seen one though. Right, our very last card is the African leopard. They're absolutely beautiful. They live up to 15 years old, and they weigh 60 kgs, which is 132 pounds, and they stand as tall as 211 centimeters, and they can run up to 58 kilometers per hour, which is 36 miles. They're number 2 on the vulnerability scale, which is not good. Not good at all. Let's hear the African leopard. Okay, we've got to do that again because it's just too good. Right. Why are leopards the strongest cats? They are able to climb trees even when they are carrying heavy prey. Right, so that's all my Savanna cards. I'll end there for now. Let's find an interesting fact about the Savanna. I'll read it to you. There are many herbivores in the Savanna biome, which also bring many carnivores. Herbivores have developed traits which help them escape predators such as being fast, being large, or being tall. Yep. So, that is the Savanna. And tomorrow, or our next video, we'll be doing the wetland. So, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe and watch the rest of my videos. Thank you. Bye. Did you know that nearly half of the South African continent and over 1/3 the area of South Africa is covered by the Savanna biome? It is also known as bushveld. This type of land is dominated by tall grasses, scattered trees and shrubs. Regular fires prevent the trees from dominating, and the plants are able to withstand fire. It has rainy seasons in summer and dry seasons in winter when there is little to no rain, and it can even freeze. During the dry seasons, the grass looks parched and lifeless, but when the rain starts to fall, the landscape becomes lush and green, which makes it so attractive for animals to live in this biome. In the Savanna biome, all the animals and plants are extremely dependent on each other for a food supply. If one species of animal were removed, the entire ecosystem would be altered. Did you know the Savanna is home to an impressive number of species? 49 fish, 34 amphibians, 114 reptiles, 507 birds, and 147 mammals.